Hey, you guys. So, boy, has the revelation on this particular dream that I put out probably about 10 videos ago. It was a dream where I saw a, 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 a pig that that was elongated. It was genetically modified, obviously. And in the words, in the dream, I heard the words embryo identical ability. Okay. And let me give me a second. The first day that this came out, I think the same day or the next day, Dahboo put out a video and he was talking about the database of DNA that cops were going to be using basically to identify the family members, or to look through the family members to identify suspects. Okay, I do have it here on my phone because I saved it. But I was I was looking for news on Israel, you guys, because I think something's going to happen with Israel, and that's when I seen that particular video by uh, Dahboo. But this story came out here on Sunday, the same day the Dahboo put that video out. Okay, and I seen this on the news. So it told you how to look for, um, you know, the behind the scenes and all that stuff. I haven't even looked the story up. I do. I just put it in my notes, but it was an attempt to um, cure sickle cell anemia, and they had this one girl featured on there who took apparently some form of HIV. And it talked about her using her stem cells. I haven't read this article, you guys, but in the newscast, oh, okay, altered DNA. In the newscast, they were talking about, they mentioned the NIH, and I didn't hear them mention anything about the HIV until I think the Good Morning America covered it, because maybe I had missed that part watching it. But anyway, when they mentioned the NIH, I said, that sounds familiar. Well, remember I told you I had the dream? This is the same website that I used when I was making the video. Because the dream, when I looked it up, um, and I came across this one, this particular link, when I Googled it, when I saw the brown pig, I knew that the Lord was pointing me in the right direction, because there was a brown pig in the dream, you guys, but it was more elongated. Okay, it was unnatural. So I go through it. Look, who was involved? The NIH, the same people that, did I close it? Yes, I did. The same people that no, I didn't, that were mentioned in this particular, I don't see it here in the article, but I do remember them being mentioned in the news. When I heard it, it made me automatically think about the dream. One more thing. Two more things. Dahboo also put this out Sunday about the frankenfish, a genetically engineered salmon that had been initially rejected, but now it's going to be introduced into our food source. When he said salmon, not only it made me think about how the fact that they called off, um, basically a dream that I put out, and pointed me to the end of the king salmon fishing season in Alaska. They canceled it early on, back in January or February, and the season didn't doesn't begin until May. Okay, I thought it was symbolic of us, the us helping to gather the harvest. Okay, and king salmon at that. Us having, basically, long story short, you have to go back and watch the video or the two videos, because of contaminated water. In the dream, the water was contaminated. And the next day, the article was coming out that there was, of course, contaminated water, nuclear contaminated water, Fukushima. As a result, they called off the king salmon fishing in May. Okay, you guys, that's a long story short. I think that's it. These two stories came out about the sickle cell, genetic altering to heal sickle cell, and the king salmon fishing. Those both came out on Sunday. Dahboo's first initial video after I had that dream was about DNA database. Oh, another thing came out yesterday. The database is like from 23andMe. Okay, you guys? The privacy concerns about DNA being uploaded. I hope nobody is doing that. They were heavily promoting it during Christmas time. Get your family members this for Christmas. Send in your DNA. Will help you answer, companies like Ancestry.com also. The story of 23, I think they used specifically 23andMe in the news story yesterday. So in the last 3 days, the sickle cell, the frankenfish, the 23andMe, the NIH was specifically mentioned in that sickle cell. I don't think it was a coincidence. This is up in my tabs because this is the one that I used when I was given the word. Embryo identical ability. Also, you guys, when I went to the doctor Tuesday, and I'll end this video, I have been researching a procedure that they wanted to use. Okay, they wanted to do on me. Up until Tuesday, my doctor's appointment was on a Wednesday. And I already didn't want to do it. But that night before my doctor's appointment, I read somewhere where it talked about them taking a sample and growing. It specifically said growing the cells. Like they want to take this sample of tissue and grow them. And that was the first time I had seen that. I couldn't find the pamphlet, the little information that my doctor had originally given to me. And I just wanted to see the reviews on this particular procedure that my doctor wanted me to have done. So long story short, I didn't even need to have it done. So that was good. Okay, they just drew some blood and they just ordered some particular specific labs. But I still don't even like to have my blood drawn. Maybe I'll elaborate more on that. But I wanted to, in a later video. But I wanted to put this video out. Boy, they're tampering with God. I feel like in the interview, one of the guy about the sickle cell, they said they found the code of life. Or something to that effect. That's oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What are they doing? Okay, I'll leave those videos below. Even the original video from Dahboo about the database that had to come out over 2 weeks ago. Okay, I have it saved in my notes. I'll talk with you later. You guys, please don't use those DNA and ancestry database things. I know they mentioned even in California a few months ago when they caught this particular killer, that's how they found him. So that wasn't news to me when Dahboo initially put it out. That's how they found him after like 20 years or something. And, he killed and raped like several women. Okay, you guys? God bless y'all. They're tampering with God's DNA and then using it as an excuse to be able to catch criminals and so on and so forth. God bless y'all. Talk with you later. I'll leave all videos below.